Dude, where's the technology in that one?
That's what I'm saying.
We're gonna have to put some nitrogen back in it. But what is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So today we are here at the original Goon Squad garage, where today we're gonna continue working on both of our Tesla Model X's. That is right. We got a 2020 model right here and a 2016 model over there. And as you guys seen in the previous video, we tore this sucker completely apart, basically removed all the broken parts on this thing, and now it is officially ready to have some new parts installed. And instead of actually finding each individual part by itself, that would have probably took forever. What we decided to do was buy a whole entire parts car, which is actually pretty dang sick. It's a 2016 model, but it is a little bit faster. It's the 90D, I believe, model. And this sucker has a couple hundred more horsepower, or maybe just 100 more horsepower. What is it, dude?
I think it's just 100 more or a couple hundred more, or I don't even know, man. But this thing is a lot faster. And dude, this thing is epic because not only is it, we're gonna be using it for parts, it does have a rebuildable title. So
yes, sir.
We can do that. We can do whatever we want with this thing,
So we can go plenty of different routes here. It could either hit the dirt, it could hit the track, or you know what, it could hit the road once again and become an original Tesla, which we do have to find another parts car probably to do that.
Dude, we probably will. I mean, we might just start a whole entire Tesla collection, dude.
Dude, these suckers are super awesome, but what we're gonna do right now is probably focus on the interior of this thing, because in the previous video, we gave you guys a basic walk around of the exterior, all the damages, but we couldn't make it into the interior because there is like some biohazard stuff going on in there. So we wanted to take some extra precaution, wear some gloves, some masks, and just prepare, get some extra detailing supplies. And I gotta say, this interior is probably a little bit more futuristic than that one. I don't know how.
Dude.
It's a 2016, 2020. Looks a little bit cooler in
Dude,
there,
it looks a lot cooler. Probably because it's a 90D. It's kind of like a higher model or like a sport model, which is super epic because we did mention that we may be doing some interior swaps, man.
Dude, you never know. Dude, this thing could get super wild, which I'm super excited about this, dude. I can't wait to actually just have this sucker probably gutted and see how fast it is in that case.
Dude,
right there,
yes, sir. We already ordered some suspension parts, so those are coming in. So it's going to be sitting on all fours, and we're definitely going to have to test this thing out at least before we start ripping it apart, dude.
No doubt. But as right now, what we're going to do is go ahead, probably try to get these doors to open up, even the Falcon doors, try to open up everything, bring in our detailing supplies, and get that interior cleaned up. Man, I tell you what, this thing be acting different, dude.
I know, man. We got to figure this thing out. Like, it's like acting way different from our Tesla, dude.
Probably because it's from back in the day. Back in 2016, that's actually a pretty long time ago if you think about it.
I know, right, dude? But you know what? Look, it's like blinking some different colors and stuff.
I've never seen that color right there,
Yeah, we didn't have that color on there, but the battery is super low on this thing. That's why we're trying to charge this sucker up. And we're just trying to figure it all out. We were able to actually open this door and stuff like that. This door actually will swing out. Just those doors won't open at all. But dude, look at this, man.
Ooh, it got that dry carbon look right there, which I'm thinking we're gonna have to take that and toss it in that black car over there,
100%.
dude. The 2020, man.
The 2020. I think that car, since the look that we're going with on that car, we're gonna add some more carbon bits to it. I think we're definitely gonna swap this over, dude.
And on top of that, it's gonna make that car faster too. You put the carbon from this car into that car, dude. It's gonna be way faster,
lighter,
man.
faster, carbon. Stronger too.
Carbon, but dude, look at this interior, dude. It is pretty filthy. It's a little bit worn out, but you know what? We don't need the interior other than the carbon, right?
Yeah, other than the carbon and a few other little things. But this is that white leather where you have that cream leather, so it kind of looks a little bit different. And look at that, dude. Even that little thing where you plug in your seatbelt. That thing's
Dude.
completely white, dude.
It's like
That's
camouflage, dude. But we ended up actually swapping out the pyro fuse because it was bad. Nothing wanted to work until we swapped that sucker
Yeah,
out.
we put a brand new one in there and it finally turned on and stuff like that. It's just a super low battery. It was like acting up and stuff like that. And this door won't open until we calibrate it, so I'll probably press the calibrate
Or it
button.
probably needs more battery juice.
Or probably needs
dude.
more battery juice. So who knows? We're just trying to figure this new car out.
And of course, we fixed one line because as soon as we plugged this charger in, like everything started kicking in. I think it is charging like very slowly right now or something like that.
Yeah,
Dude.
maybe. I turned down the amps on that thing just in case, like 20 amps, because it does have coolant in it. The reservoir has coolant in it. It's just kind of low, so you know what? We're just gonna take precautions. But as long as it has coolant, we're gonna have some charge, and this thing's gonna charge right
Yes,
up,
sir.
dude.
So what we're gonna try to do right now is try to make sure that it's charging 100%, get it some more juice, try to open up these Falcon doors, then we're gonna bring in all of our new detailing supplies.
Throw on some gloves and stuff like that, because those that door panel right there and that seat got like a bunch of like filthy stuff on it. We just
Weird residue.
Yeah, we just want to be precautious and just clean it all up nicely, and then once we get it all cleaned up, we're gonna hop in there and see what this thing is all about.
Alrighty guys, so check this out. We finally got this whole entire interior nice and detailed for the most part, because after all, this is an 87,000 mile car, so it's got a good bit of wear and tear, and we're gonna go ahead and start with the worst damage up front here, which is probably gonna be this side pillar right here, dude. And what do you think that is, like a hip thrust or something?
Dang,
right there,
that may be like a butt rub right there up against it, getting in and out all multiple times.
Yes, sir,
And
and
the
right
seat
there.
a little bit, dude. Just a little bit of holes and stuff like that. Honestly, I've seen worse in 87,000 miles.
That's probably
dude.
that vegan leather, which is probably super tough.
Yeah, dude.
So that's pretty good right there for 87,000 miles. And also the steering wheel had a good bit of wear and tear, but you know what? For the most part, not too crazy, just like some fingernail
Hey,
scratches.
as long as the airbag is good, because that's what we're going to be taking on our car,
Exactly.
dude.
Yeah, this airbag is flawless right there. I don't think they ever even honked this horn on
They
this
probably
thing,
never
dude.
did, dude. It probably honks itself or something like that. And on top of that, there was like some holes in that door panel on the other
Dude,
side as well,
definitely.
dude.
I don't know what those suckers came from. I'm thinking like a dog or a pooch or something like that, because there was a good bit of dog fur in here, but
Yeah.
no big deal. You know what? Most important thing is that there was no scratches on this stuff right here.
Oh yeah, dude, this stuff is just solid, man. Not one nick throughout the whole entire car, which that is very important as well,
Yes,
dude.
sir. And another cool thing that I noticed about this 2016 versus the 2020 is the headrest. Look at that. They look like alien heads.
Dude,
or
they
something
look
like that.
weird. They're like all picked up and stuff like that. I think you can actually adjust them.
They
Can you
are
do that?
adjustable.
Go
Look at
ahead.
this. Look at
That is legit. Our car does not have that at all. I
yes,
wonder
sir,
if that's
dude.
like an option you pay for, or they just discontinued putting those in the
Hey,
cars.
we'll have to look into that, but I kind of wish they had that because we're pretty tall, so it kind of be nice to have your neck supported. But other than that, the dash is flawless, dude, which I'm surprised because it probably got a good bit of sun. I'm guessing this windshield is probably tinted some sort of way,
Yeah.
because look at that. From the
I wonder if it
halfway
has
up.
like that UV protection tint, like maybe some of these newer cars, especially like right here where like it's like
right here.
super dark and stuff, and you kind of notice like a reddish tint whenever you get like rained on or like you wash your car.
It
dude.
almost looks like rust, dude. I seen that one day, like another Tesla.
Tesla, you can call it whatever way. That was like a very like elegant way to say.
Tesla.
Oh, you got a Tesla.
But yeah, I seen a Tesla in a parking lot, and it was raining that day, and it looked like rust. It was super cool right there. I wonder how this is made because it kind of just fades in. I don't think you get tinted.
Dude, that's pretty cool how they do that. And I am noticing that screen is blinking right there, and our screen does not blink whenever that's only on camera. Like in person, it doesn't blink at all, but on camera. So I'm wondering if ours is like an upgraded OLED display, and that's just like an LED display or something like that.
This is probably 1080p. That's probably 4K over there, something like that. But other than that, dude, everything is pretty good condition up front here. And a pretty cool thing about this Tesla versus that one again is these cool backs of these seats. Look at that, they are high gloss, and if you hit this button right here, dude, not only does this seat move all the way up, it moves in sequence with that front seat, and they're moving together. Dude, where's the technology in that? That's
what I'm saying. Ours just moves up like halfway, and that front seat just barely moves. I'm wondering if we were gonna have to recalibrate it or something like that, because we recalibrated these doors, man, and these suckers just swung open.
Hey, they
dude,
work perfect now. They'll close and open, no problem. But for the backs of these seats right here, I noticed that there's actually a good bit of scratches. Maybe we'll be able to buff them suckers out and toss them into that thing, because I think it'll look pretty good.
That would look pretty cool. Or you can do like some carbon fiber seat backs, dude. That would be epic, dude.
We are planning on throwing a good bit of carbon onto that car right there, so
you never know, dude.
Would be a great thing. But these rear seats over here don't have too much damage other than the thread. It kind of turned a darker color right there, but I bet a little bit of
bleach will get those suckers. Get one of those bleach markers, dude. If you got white interior, dude, you're gonna have to keep up with it like crazy. I was never a big fan of white interior like ever, dude.
That's very true. So I'm actually kind of happy we got the cream in there, because after looking at this one and going to that one, dude, that one is like in mint
condition. We gotta hop over there and just show them what we're talking about. After recording this for a while, dude, that one's just like a whole different theme in there, dude.
Practically brand new in there. But as for these rear seats right quick, we're gonna go ahead and look at these. I don't think they even use these suckers. They cleaned up really nice, except for this. Somebody used this side piece right here pretty good, because maybe a dog or something.
Maybe the dog got to it, because that piece too has a ton of like scratches, maybe like from paws or something like that, dude.
Hey, but no worries there. We don't need none of that. We just need the carbons from the doors and the motors and the batteries and the suspension
and everything else, dude.
But there's another little cool feature of this. It says Model X right there. That one doesn't have it, but I mean, I'm not too crazy.
Dude, let's hop over there and like show like the difference. Like it's honestly like a night and day difference when you come over here. Like first of all, look at the seats, the headrests. They don't go up at all. They're like stationary.
This one right here is way nicer, way more elegant. So this is gonna be called a Tosla.
This is the Tosla. That's the Tesla right there, dude.
But dude, this is so clean right here. Definitely digging this leather back as well. Maybe we'll just keep that, dude.
Dude, that's what I'm saying. And honestly, like looking at this car and that car, this thing just like honestly brand new car, dude. Brand new throughout the whole entire thing. And that wood does not look bad at all, dude.
But since that one's might be a Woods toy, maybe it'd look better in there, dude.
Maybe, dude. Who knows?
But that's pretty much it for right now. We did get kind of an early start on this video late in the day. We can probably start tearing apart the front end tomorrow, or what are you thinking, dude?
Dude, I'm thinking that we'll probably try to get this thing off of the trailer just with the skid steer and probably park it right here where this Ferrari is, right by this Tesla. That way we can have them side by side and start like figuring stuff out,
that'd be perfect, just swapping from next to each other.
Dude, that'd be perfect, man.
Well, I guess that's gonna be pretty much it for tonight. We'll catch you guys tomorrow in the morning. Alrighty guys, so it is the next day here, and we ended up taking the parts car off of the trailer in a totally new way. Pops actually came up with a crazy idea to throw a hitch ball upside down with the ball facing downwards, because he had this fork right here with a little hole cut out, and that ball would just sit right on top of there, making like a joint, and this joint just like swiveled right into that position, dude.
Dude, Pops has always got some sort of tricks up his sleeve right there, but look at it, right next to this Tesla right here where the whole entire switcheroo is gonna happen, dude.
It's gonna be epic, man, because at the end of this, we're gonna have one
epic Tesla or two epic Teslas.
I guarantee you, dude, this one's gonna be more like street focused right there,
Yes,
race
sir.
ready. This one's probably gonna be ready for the mud,
We still
dude.
don't know, but
we still don't know.
We got a pretty good idea.
What,
but
airplane?
It could be a Mars plane or something like that, dude.
But anyways, what we're gonna try to focus on right now is deciding whether we should take apart this rear end right here, or should we just actually wait for these new parts to come in before we mess with
that's
this,
what I
dude?
was saying. So we're probably just gonna order some of these parts because we kind of have an idea of what's damaged. Instead of like fooling with this Tesla, trying to get it on all fours, we're probably gonna focus on this one right here and try to get this front end back on. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir. So what that means is we're gonna have to go ahead and actually take all this stuff apart because there may be a few different components, and we want to make sure that everything will work. And if something doesn't work, we want to go ahead and order that part individually.
It's exactly right there. So we're gonna tear this thing down to the frame rails. There's definitely gonna be some differences, like electronic. We already know that. Some suspension, because I noticed that this control arm right here is like solid aluminum. That one on this side actually has that like hollowed out.
Weight reduction.
Yeah, weight reduction, or this one's like
Upgraded.
probably upgraded. So these are good. We'll use these if anything. We just need that subframe right there. So that's like a couple of the big things that we want to actually focus on, is tearing that front end apart, ordering some more extra parts. And we did notice that this thing actually has Brembos in the back as well.
Look
dude.
at that. That is thick right there, and it's got a Brembo e-brake. This one over here, all it has is just like a Tesla cover, dude.
Yeah, it's like a Tesla brake with like a little metal. They make it look like a Brembo, but it's not. This is the faster one. This does have like 400 something horsepower. This one, long range plus, only has 275. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that is kind of crazy, but I did see a few comments where somebody said that this is like a rebranded
Like
100D or something
100D,
like that.
which I don't know. I don't know if that's true right there, because I did kind of look up the long range plus, and they still say 275 horsepower.
Hey,
but who knows, dude?
We'll put them to the test, dude.
We'll probably put a chain in the middle and see which one pulls which one, dude.
Dude, these suckers can pull pretty good, because I seen actually one of these pulling around a G-Wagon, dude.
Dude, I believe it. This thing weighing over 6,000 pounds can probably pull that F450,
No.
Dude.
Now, not the Air 450 over there. Let that thing rest.
Man, I don't know, dude. I feel like this will pull it, dude.
You think so?
I say drop your bets down below. Which one will win in a tug of war, this thing or that F450, dude?
My money's on that F450.
But I
dude.
didn't say I can't
Use both
connect
of them?
dude.
But anyways, right now I say we go ahead. What? Bring in some tools, dude.
Yeah, bring in some tools, start tearing apart this front end, and just see how far we can get.
Alrighty guys, so we are just moving right along with tearing apart the front end of this parts car over here, and everything is moving super smoothly. So far we removed the inner fenders, the fender flares, the bumper, the headlights, and of course this little thing that goes in the front area which is popped right out. And by just inspecting it with the eyeballs, so far everything just looks exactly similar, dude.
100%, dude. We're just checking everything out, from these brackets up front, from the brackets on the sides and stuff like that, and the frame rails, and even the cooling system, dude. I don't think anything changed, dude.
That's weird, dude, for a 2016 model. model and a 2020 just being exactly the same. Even the wheel wells, the pillars, everything, the fenders, dude. This is just awesome,
Dude, I thought there was gonna be a lot more differences, but there is actually a lot more similarities, dude.
Yeah, and you know what? They were actually thinking about us because look at this. They included these brackets right here, but they're not missing the sensors. But that car over there has the sensors, so we'll just pop them in and we'll be ready to self-drive.
Yes,
dude.
sir. I think that's the self-driving option, like sensors that go in there. This car doesn't have it, but ours does, so that is just awesome
Exactly.
right there,
And look
dude.
at all these wires right here. You're taking pictures as we go, and we're just making sure that we're gonna be able to put all this stuff back the same way. I don't think this would be possible without this parts car, dude.
It probably wouldn't have, or it would have took us like probably forever, dude.
Would have been an absolute nightmare. But you know what? We're just moving right along here, and we're just in awe with how everything is just exactly the same, including this, dude.
That's what I was about to say. The whole air compressor system, which is on some awesome looking shocks, looks identical, dude.
It's gonna be pretty tough actually once we have to recharge the system, because I did a little bit of research, and sometimes these suckers are nitrogen charged and some of them are air charged. You just gotta VIN check it and see how they did it at the factory. If it's air charged, we'll just plug it up and it should just pump right up. But if it's nitrogen charged, I think we're gonna have to bring in a nitrogen tank.
No, I think some actual tire shops and stuff may have nitrogen, so we may pull up to one of them. They'll like fill up our system or something like that,
Heck
dude.
yeah, but look at what I noticed inside of this wheel well over here. A piece of packing foam or something like that, dude.
That's legit packaging, like foam blocks.
They must have partnered with like Amazon or USPS or something like that. But anyways, you gotta do what you gotta do.
Yes, sir.
You gotta make these things silent because there's no motor noises or engine noises, so you gotta keep it quiet. But hey, as of right now, I say we keep on moving. Probably remove the cooling system or like some more brackets.
Hey, just remove as much as we can and try to get down to those frame rails.
Let's do it. Alrighty guys, so we got some good news and we got some bad news, but good news first is these frame rails are 100% identical. They will work for that Tesla over there, other than a few little minor things like these mounting points for these grounds. They bolt to the side of the rail, but on the new Tesla, they bolt to the shock tower, which is not a big deal. We just won't use them there, but if we have to manufacture and like thread a hole for like a bracket over there, we can easily do that. No problem, dude.
That's not even a concern right there, so that's gonna work right there, but we went ahead and even removed the cooling system because that's gonna work as well.
Yep, all that's the same, even the condenser and stuff like that and fans, and we looped the cooling system right here. That way we don't lose fluid because this thing will just start pumping on its own. These Teslas just have a mind of their own. And also we drained all the AC coolant out of here, which is crazy, man. It took like 10 minutes for it to completely drain because a regular car takes like a couple seconds, dude.
That's crazy, but I'm guessing the system is pretty large. It has to cool the batteries, the motors, and all that good stuff.
Yeah.
It's gonna be fun refilling that refrigerant,
Dude, it's gonna take a couple cans from O'Reilly's, but anyways, we just got down all the way down to this subframe, which this is where the bad news comes into play because we noticed that this rack and pinion is a lot smaller than ours over there because I believe this is not the self-driving. Gotta use your hands on this Tesla, so it's a lot smaller. The brackets, the bolts that it bolts down to is a lot smaller, but moving on to the actual 2020 self-driving rack and pinion, look how big this thing is. So it got its own computer, bigger motor, bigger bolts to bolt down to, so it looks like it probably won't work for that one. We can try it, see if it'll work. If not, you already found a new one, right?
Yes, sir. I found a 2020 subframe, so I'm gonna go ahead and order that sucker, and it should be in a couple of days. But you know what? That's not gonna slow us down now, is it, dude?
Nothing's gonna slow us down, because if we wanted to, we can go ahead and grab these rails, throw them into there, grab this subframe, throw it into there as well, because they'll all bolt down. It's just the rack and pinion is a little different, right?
That subframe is gonna have to be used in order to install those frame rails. That way we line everything up over there.
Yes, sir.
And of course, we're gonna have to order some more frame rails too.
Which we found those too, so we found both left and right, because at the end of all this, we want to have both running Teslas, so we want to have the subframe and the rails in order to use the suspension, you know what I mean?
Sir. And if maybe we'll just wait on those frame rails, that way we don't have to take these apart. But if we have to, we'll take these apart and reinstall a new set, because we got plenty of other things to do.
We got plenty of things to do. So if they don't come in on time, we'll definitely do the fastest shipping. We can work on other stuff like this pillar that's all jacked up. We can try to straighten that out, have some fun with it. If not, we're gonna have to remove this one off this car, remove this windshield, which that's gonna be fun on its own too, man. Trying to not break it, dude.
Removing that glass is just gonna be insane. But you know what? That's all gonna be the next video, along with a few other pretty wild things.
Yes, sir, dude.
But guys, that is pretty much gonna be all for today's video. The Tesla builds are coming along super smoothly, but you guys are definitely gonna want to turn your post notifications on so you don't miss out on anything. And if you want an inside scoop before YouTube, definitely give us a follow on Instagram at goonzquad. But with all that being said, thank you guys so much for all the love and support. Be sure to drop your comments and thoughts down below, and we'll catch you guys next time. Peace.